Really liked the way we played in the first half. Thought our guys were really locked in and just played pretty well. Had some turnovers that kept us from being efficient as we wanted to be, but defensively I thought we did a nice job of making it hard on their better players, forcing them into some tough shots. But we had, we knocked a few balls loose as well, and just obviously played very well in the first 20 minutes.
Could you feel like you've established some pretty good momentum here going into tournament play on Friday?
Yeah, I mean, it's been good. I'm proud of the way our guys have bounced back. Won a couple good games here at home just to get better, which we needed to do. Needed game experience for some guys, and I didn't think we played as well in the second half, obviously, but we offensively we've been pretty efficient. Tonight we took a little step back with some turnovers, got a little careless. Defensively pretty solid. Tonight, okay in some of the other games. We got work to do in those areas, but we're a new team, still finding our way. PJ's still finding his way. Clearly tonight he just didn't look as comfortable. So that's kind of what happens in these situations. Brevin's doing a nice job, but he's new. And so it's just we're a work in progress, but we've won the last three. I think we've played some good basketball at times, but we haven't put together a full 40 minutes yet.
When you say PJ looks uncomfortable, is it just coming back, or is there something more to it?
No, it's just coming back. I mean, I think it's really hard. I just think it's really hard, because our last visuals of him are playing unbelievable at the end of the season, and his expectations are really high, and I think it's hard on him emotionally. I think he wants to play so well. There's times he's rushing himself a little bit. He doesn't even, he's made some errors just in terms of understanding what we're trying to do and remembering some plays a couple times. And then, he kind of snaps out of it sometimes, but he doesn't always. And but he just hasn't had as many reps, right? And it's normal. But it's I can tell he's a little frustrated. Tonight he was more frustrated than he's been. But he's had a lot going on, in his world, and there's some other things off the court that have been challenging for him and his family, and we just got to be patient with him. He's a really good player. He's a great person, great kid. He'll snap out of it.
Is that just like tonight's kind of good that he is on the sideline where he kind of can get those mental reps, I guess?
Yeah, I mean he just needs to play, right? And we just got to keep practicing with him every day and get some game reps, and he's just going to get better as we go. But I don't know that I don't know when it's going to be that he looks like the guy he was last year. I've said it's going to take him a couple months. I mean, it's just like when I say the guy didn't do anything, all he did was rehab for most of the off season until a couple weeks to go. So it shouldn't be any shock that he's where he is right now, and he's done really well in terms of making some plays around the basket, making some shots in some of those other games. He just didn't finish very well tonight.
It's got to be nice to see Alex go 5 for 5 from the field, shooting the ball
very
well.
Nice. Yeah, good player for us. Need him to be consistent. I thought our guys got him some great shots in good positions where he's wide open, didn't have to rush many, rhythm, and that helps when he's shooting the ball in and just continues to space the floor for other guys.
The young guys got to see the court a lot tonight. What did you see from them?
You know what? Good energy, which is really important. Sometimes they get a little quiet on me, and we've challenged them that that's something they don't always know what they're doing. They make a lot of mistakes in terms of coverages and just natural things that the game is fast for them. But they're big, strong kids. They're athletic. They're long, and I thought they gave us really good juice. It was one of their better games in terms of productivity, getting some consecutive defensive stops. Our first group, I was really disappointed with the way they approached the beginning of the second half. They just did not do a good job. Our second group did a better job, and I thought they relaxed and made some plays. It was good to see RJ finishing around the basket. Josh had a couple nice plays, assists, and got himself one in there for sure. Wiggins had a nice corner three, got a couple dunks. I mean, they did. Dylan got in the lane a lot. They did some nice things. It was good to see.
Where is RJ at with his progression?
Just on the road, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, he's just, some things are natural for him and some are hard. And, they're all a work in progress. I mean, they want to do well, they want to please. It's a lot of information. We're trying to simplify some things for them, but sometimes you can't. Sometimes it's, you get to this point in the year and there's a sense of urgency you got to have. And we need those guys to step up. We're going to need some of those guys to give us some positive minutes as we play in these kinds of games coming up.
A couple nice blocks there at the end by Middlebrooks and Nassif. I've been meaning to ask you, have you ever had a set of brothers on a team, let alone two sets of brothers?
No, It's been kind of interesting. It's kind of fun to watch them interact with one another. Dan and Jack. Dan plays harder than anybody in our program. There aren't 5 guys in the country that play harder than Dan Nassif. I mean, he is a little bit of the Tasmanian devil out there. But once in a while, we got to tell him, be careful now. Like, let's not hurt one of our guys. And then Jack is much more relaxed, and then Chase and his brother. It's just fun to watch them interact with one another, right? Like Chase is coaching his little brother, and you can tell there's great respect, but it's a lot of fun, and the guys and everybody, we have a little fun with it every once in a while as well.
Hunter has shot the ball well the last couple of games. Is his wrist bothering him a little less?
Still bothering him, but it's better, right? Obviously, the longer he gets away from the fall, it's better. But it's been significant now. Hunter's about as tough as they come, so he's not going to complain. And there's a reason he didn't shoot as well in some of those games. It was painful and still is. He's not 100% healthy still. He's playing through it.
Did Brevin have the sleeve on his leg on Friday night?
I don't even know.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if nobody's come to me that he's had issues or anything's wrong. Maybe he did it for comfort.
Okay.
Kids these days, I don't know why they do what they do all the time.
Yeah.
So I didn't even recognize.
I didn't know if it was protective or fashionable. But, Coach, what will your schedule look like this week? Obviously, you're going to be celebrating Thanksgiving.
We're off tomorrow.
As a team.
We're off tomorrow. I think we practice at 10 in the morning on Wednesday, and then shortly thereafter we'll all travel. We've got a bunch of families going, but we'll celebrate. We'll have practice on Thanksgiving morning, and then get together in a hotel and eat. We always, usually we have the team over to my house. My wife and a lot of the other wives cook, and so this is probably a win for them. They get a little bit of a year off of that, but we'll make sure to count our blessings, be thankful, and talk about some things during Thanksgiving dinner for sure.
Any other questions for Coach?